even after the ultimatum, Iran made it clear that if you attack our energy infrastructure, then we'll attack all the facilities that power US bases. We have Mayank and Srinjoy Chaudhary on the broadcast. I first want to go across to Mayank. A major development. Donald Trump puts out a post, says we are talking to Iran, an in-depth conversation. Iran's foreign ministry says no talks with Washington. This is Donald Trump buying time.
One thing I would like to say to begin with is that if resolution is found, it is better, and that will be good for in so many ways actually, not only in energy terms, but in terms of the devastation which is taking place, whichever place that be, whether it's Iran or Israel or right now, I mean, whatever it is, the positive thing would be that a resolution is made or something, some way out is found to it, and there's a let up in the entire process. The second point is actually, in a way, it is going to a message, send out a bigger message for the larger public. Because if you see, the Strait of Hormuz had become a major bone of contention in so many ways, not only for a resolution purpose, but in terms of energy crisis which was developing gradually. Maybe people were finding out a way out in a way to look after the things initially, but now it was pinching everyone at the larger scale. So that could also be one of the reasons which is making people to understand that there has to be a resolution here. Now, whatever the statement has come from Iran, it has to be studied and seen further. Because is it really what the Iran wants? Otherwise, the reactions would be really tougher, and everyone would be talking in a term which would be difficult for Iran to handle. Because resolution is something on which India was also trying to propagate, or was also saying that it should be happening. So it is one major development. Two, it is a positive development. But let us see where it goes to, because it is just an initiation. A side is saying yes, we are going to find out a resolution. The second side is saying no, we still will take time. So let us wait and watch.
All right, let's wait and watch. Let's go across to Srinjoy Chaudhary. Srinjoy Chaudhary, Iran already mocking Donald Trump. Iran already saying that this is United States of America's president buying time. We are not having any talks with Washington.
Well, the important thing now is to see what happens over these 5 days and what could have happened if this had not happened. If there wasn't a pause, what was the other thing that would have happened? First, Donald Trump had threatened to bomb Iran's power plants. That would have been catastrophic to begin with. And then worse was going to happen, because the Iranians had said they would hit targets in the Gulf that were not just power plants, but refineries, desalination plants, roads, highways, maybe oil wells, the lot. Now what this would have done is put the area, the entire area, into a path of darkness. That would have been catastrophic for the entire region. If you consider India, it would have been terrible for the 9 million people who are in the Gulf. It would have been terrible for the people of India, because oil prices would go through the roof, maybe go to $200 or something. It would hurt the Indian economy. The remittances would be down to God knows how little. So as a result, we were looking down the barrel. Now suddenly there is some hope. There is the possibility, as Trump says, of some kind of discussion, some kind of debate, some kind of dialogue leading to some kind of disengagement. Now there is hope in the air. No one is saying it's done and dusted. But what it has done is, at least by 5 days of time, we were down to 10 hours before the attack on the power plants. Now we have 120 hours before both sides decide that, look, we have done what we have done. Now can we find the beginnings of hope? Can we look at the possibility of peace? Can we say to the world that, look, we've fought a war and we are coming to an end, and there will be some kind of middle ground. Now that is absolutely crucial.
Absolutely.
If you don't have that middle ground, if there is a constant war that will go on and on. And we were today, what? The 24th day. Almost a month. A month of fighting in the 21st century. Don't forget what the Prime Minister had said to Putin. The 21st century is not a time for war. And there's a military reason for it. Weapons have become so lethal over periods of time.
Right.
That they can cause enormous damage.
Absolutely.
And in this case, they have.
Well, going by that.